this game on fire. This is one thing I like to say hi to everybody in the world. I'm Slider. Picking up on one thing I like to know a lot. Especially when we have a problem whereby we are like looking for something we cannot find. Maybe I'm looking for something I cannot find. Maybe it's here in front of me, I cannot see. But then, if so, why does people take decades to find something out? Following everything here, you'll find out the guy finds something out when he was about to die. And that was only when he found out there was something he could use for excuse of misusing everything he can in his path just to make sure he is fine. And only he. I know it's no one's fault that the population is taking a large scale on this planet. And all plans have been put on table. Ears are deaf, people are deaf, they don't want to listen to anything. You need something very motivative. People is getting tired. I'm the observer of what's happening actually. That's all I am. And observing what happens for 40 years gives me the moral grounds to stay and come here without any PhD and say it is likely not, or it is likely not to be seen that all of us here have a responsibility. But the truth is not always a good idea. But without the truth, there is no true life that anyone can be proud of, except it is true. You're telling the truth. That's true. Yeah, agreeing with something that is true. Someone must tell us what is going on in this planet. Because we had a lot of science guys tell us about this and that, but we cannot understand why they cannot tell us. There's been a book that I'm very inspired by. Not because the book was talking about heaven. Maybe it was a scary book, but the book talks about the flood. Maybe it was a lie. Maybe it is the truth. The sea, there's plenty planets around the globe, and people can see it. Some flood take place and destroy countries. But why will we have intelligent people sitting in the office and we as the community are unaware? I know people want to make money, and it takes money to go everywhere, on air special. But then, I don't know, I can't think like a god because I'm just a piece of the glass. The only thing that is not glowing anymore is fun is going down, and I don't see nobody try to do something about it, except if you put something, in the brain, in a glass with eyes. Yeah, except that there is no normal life, except you can go to church, and everybody said church is not even closed, keeps you worried all the time. And for all the experience people have experienced in the world, I cannot say. Now, the guys were sick or something. They didn't do their research. But there's one big question that I think everybody can ask. Who have placed everything in order like this? This is a perfect structure. Where is that institution so that people can spend billions taking money from the government and all that, and at least people can have kids that come back educated? I'm getting worried. I have never had that chance. But on the other side, it looks for me dangerous, even I did have that chance, to take a chance. Because I don't think if all of us can go to school, this place has so many structures, and what will happen about the other structures? For instance, who would like to be working on the farm where there's no environment, no type of thing like town life, where you was born in the location or in a rural area where there's a lot of activities and taxis, music everywhere, people arguing everywhere, and it's going to a boring farm? Well, I have to agree to the world. I've seen drive around for fun. For example, I have to get the real facts. The facts is there are really dead farms everywhere. The problem is the food we are having now is a problem. And before everybody is waking up, we'll be sitting here or nowhere. Or before everybody wake up, we have not got nothing to eat. Because surely, that's for sure, we can't keep up with the food standard. We can talk a lot of words to top up the school standards. But when you look at the grounds, there's no activity. The land reform has to come back. We have to reform the land. We don't have a town anymore. We feel like more unsafe than safe for no reason. And all the other a lot of protect is around. Yes, but it's not always available. The protection is not everywhere, it's scattered around. So if we as community have to take part, it will also create something else. But what can we do about it? I think the government have to stop promise us, give us, because the promised land we came from the Bible is from. I think our history is from the promised land. All generations past have been promised heaven, so called. But if this planet is going to be Iceland, I don't see heaven so close. Because whether we like it or not, I think we have to get rid of the engine somehow. I hear something like, I listen to many shows. I hear something like, if you are educated, you will get everything. I find that as a cry in my ears. It needs the judge to take control of this land very soon. It's busy falling apart. And there's a lot of meetings being held for 100 years. I think we should switch off the mics, because talk is cheap, really. We should switch off the mics and go back to work. I remember where I started as somebody who was nobody. I am still nobody. But I don't want to remain nobody. I fight every day to be somebody. But I don't stay and scream at somebody for that to happen. The first thing I did have to do to overcome freedom, I can vote maybe in a piece of paper that I am free. But if my mind is not free from myself, I'm just lying to myself, and that's a crime. People should get arrested for that. For lying is a big crime. You know, in the past you would never lie. And who tell us today lie is sweet like sugar? Because we have to be aware of sweet stuff. We recently find out that sugar is killing us all, and there's nobody who's care about it, and we give our kids sweets to eat to lose all their teeth, and everything is fine. Everybody's happy. I'm making money. Your kid will have no teeth tomorrow. It's fine. I didn't send him to the shop. I wanted to open a shop for 10 years maybe, and I couldn't get it right. You know what they asked me? Bring your experience. But I think somebody's not aware. The dumbest people in this planet also know that they've been taken for a ride. How can it be that 96, I nearly on my fingers have a farm, but the guy who was selling it to me get jealous and didn't want to sell it to me? It's not that somebody deprived me from having a farm. And from the previous government, I did go to the land board and apply for a farm. They didn't say no. Where is your diploma? Where is your... Because a guy who's have a diploma wants to stay on a computer, having a laptop and do other stuff, you know, advertising, maybe taking over the world or something. But regardless to what junk food he's eating, he will be fine as long as he have maintained his education. This planet is very tricky. Don't be misled by sweet talks. You may have everything, miss out small instruction. If you can see, it's hard to do anything because everything is everything like it is, and nobody's going to pay attention.